Hey, welcome back to the Too Fast channel. In today's tabletop review and unboxing, we are going to take a look at a utility knife made by ToughBuilt. This is their model number TB-H452 or H4S2-03. This is called their Reload Utility Knife. It runs, well, I paid $19.98 for it. I had to order it from Lowe's and pick it up because I wasn't going to pay for their shipping. One of the things I hate about ToughBuilt is availability. Some stuff is difficult to find. It's out of stock. You got to hunt for it, and um, it's kind of aggravating. I couldn't even. These were out of stock on Amazon. There were some resellers on Amazon that were trying to charge $35, which I'm not going to pay, and it's just goofy. But Lowe's eventually allowed you to order them either for they'll send it to your house or you can pick it up at a store, and I chose to pick it up at the store. So this one's got a little bit of damage for whatever reason on the packaging. I don't believe that's a big deal, but it is a little bunged up, which I don't know what the story is about that. Anyway, I was in the market. Well, I probably should preface this. Unfortunately, this won't stand up. I'll have to set it down. I do a lot of work where I do a lot of cutting, so I've got to have a knife with me. And I had originally bought this Milwaukee. This is a straight up knife with a serrated portion, and it also has a integrated screwdriver. So it's got a flip bit for Phillips or flathead, and it locks into place. I have this type of knife. Well, I paid. I got this off of Amazon for about $8 during. I think it was Black Friday or whatever. So I got it super cheap. I don't expect much out of the blade for that kind of price. And sure enough, whatever blade steel this is, they don't say, but whatever blade steel it is, it doesn't have good edge retention. So I've had to sharpen this numerous times. This was sort of a item that I expected to use occasionally. And then, of course, when I needed a screwdriver, I had that ability. But I find myself using this constantly every single day, and it just doesn't hold an edge. So I decided to pick up a box cutter. So that's the reasoning behind this. And of course, like everything else, I researched a whole bunch of box cutters. I mean, I know I could get the Milwaukee uh, flip box cutter, which is similar to the one I just showed you, except it has a replaceable blade on it. And Klein has one, and there's a bunch of other ones. But during all of my research, I came across this ToughBuilt utility knife, and obviously I'm not the first one to this. This has been around for a while. This uses replaceable magazines. It comes with 2 magazines, so you've got 5 regular blades in this magazine and 5 hooked blades in this magazine. Now, I don't really have a need for hooked blades, but having multiple magazines is appealing to me. But if I needed different blades for different purposes, you have that flexibility. Each of these magazines can hold 10 blades. I believe, according to what the package says, each of these magazines comes with 5. So this is made in China, obviously. And on the back, you can see on the back of this packaging here, it pretty much gives you instructions on how to use it. How to reject or retract the blade, eject the magazine, refill blades, insert magazine, and then of course on the bottom of the magazine is a blade type indicator. So at a glance, you can see what blades are in each magazine. So if you have them, if you have the magazines, obviously with the bottom side facing up in a pouch, at a glance, you can identify what blades are in each magazine. So, and how to remove the blade, load a new blade, and boom, lifetime warranty, register, blah, blah, blah. So enough the packaging. I've got to figure out how to open this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I'll open this and we'll be back to take a look at the contents. Oh, boy, that was a fun unboxing. I did it off camera because I had to tear into the package, and I figured, well, I'll just test everything on the knife, make sure that it works. And sure enough, the blade removal button would not release the blade. So I ended up taking the whole thing apart. A gratuitous amount of grease and oil throughout this knife. Way too much. This is the blade release button. When going fully extended, this button, you could not press this button in. It now works. So if we press it in, you can remove the blade. Try not to cut myself again. And so it definitely works. Now what I found, I'm not sure what that's all about. This spring, this is another spring that was jammed in the mechanism. It looks like an extra spring, like somebody was assembling it and lost a spring, didn't know where it went, took out another one and put it in the unit. This has a spring, and I thought maybe the spring had something to do with this, but you can see there's really no spring right there. So everything works. So I have to assume that was an extra spring that was jammed up in there, preventing you from pressing in that button. Weird. But, you know, I've tested everything. The blades work, the magazines eject. Like they're supposed to, and so on. So anyway, if you do buy one of these and you run into the same problem, maybe you've got too much grease or an extra spring jammed in it. It uses Torx. I used a T6 screwdriver to take these Torx bolts out. You've got one here, one here, one here, 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 and here. I don't think you need to remove the bottom. If you just remove this top piece, you got to be careful because this has a spring behind it. If you're not careful, this little lever will fall out and you'll lose the spring. But there was an awful lot of grease in there, way more than what needed to be. I cleaned it out, put it back together, and it worked. Well, it worked after I removed this extra spring that was jammed in there. It was like 2 springs jammed in there for some reason. That's why this wouldn't go in. Yeah, so anyway, that's other things I noticed. Let's see. While we're at this, let's see. You can see right there that the edge finish is a little rough. And I also noticed that underneath this top rubberized trim piece, there was some issues with the metal finishing. It wasn't smooth. Obviously underneath this you don't see it, but it kind of looked like this, where it was kind of rough looking. Not a deal breaker, especially, you know, you're paying $20 for this thing. But, you know, it should have worked out of the box. I mean, whoever was assembling this should have tested all the functions, the eject and the blade removal. Anyway, so much for the QC. I'm not disappointed. Fortunately, it was an easy fix. So this does come with 2 magazines. You've got your standard straight blades, and you've got 5. Now this compartment over here, if you slide this forward and rotate it down, you have a compartment for another 5 blades. Now this compartment is not auto loading. You have 5 blades here that are auto loading. This is storage. So if you run out of blades here, you have to eject the magazine, take these out, and put them over here. Now putting these things in and out is a little tricky too, because these were oiled up. I've cleaned this a little bit. Slide them out. Try not to cut yourself. I've already cut myself 3 times, mainly because everything is so oily. And there's the 5. Now, what I wanted to do, we'll do this on camera, because I doubt I'm going to buy ToughBuilt branded blades. So I've got a bunch of utility blades, regular ones, and they are exactly the same size, except for the ToughBuilt ones have that notch in the center. And I believe that notch in the center, or the hole in the center, is for use in their scraper utility knife. I believe that's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these regular blades, and there's a spring right here. You can see has to be pressed down. So if you kind of slide it in from the front and press down, make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay, so slide it in, press it down, and the blade has to slide all the way back underneath this little tab right here, and it has to be past the lip here. So now we know that that works, and we close that. Okay, let's see if we can remove it. And we can remove it. Okay, so regular blades. Now, other thing I noticed, let's say, like I just removed that blade, you can't eject the magazine with this all the way forward. You have to move that back, and then you can eject the magazine. So that's that. And of course, on the bottom, we have these little blade indicators. All they say is 1, 2, and 3. So flat blades or regular standard utility blades are 1. What's this one at? This one's at 2. So a hooked blade is number 2. So that is that. We know regular utility blades will work. You don't have to buy the special ToughBuilt blades. And we found a problem out of the package. So QC is not as good as it could be. Now this is a somewhat bulky of a utility knife. There is this little finger grip right here, which I kind of like. So you can, you get your finger around this and it kind of hold it in place while you're cutting. It is thick, obviously, because it's using a magazine. This material here I'm rubbing on is kind of a rubberized, a hard rubber material. The rest of this is pot metal of some sort. These logos, well, it's hard to say if these logos are going to last from repeated usage, because it doesn't look like, it looks like it's just silk screened. It looks like these logos are silk screened on there, and they probably eventually will rub off. It's not like they're laser cut and then filled with ink. I think that the ink is on the surface. Aside from the little snafu I had, I like this. I've never seen any extra magazines for sale. And then I haven't spent a lot of time looking for extra magazines, but that would be nice to know if these break, if you need any more. Let's see if there's anything else. The little indicator on the bottom, you just push down on it and slide those. So they shouldn't accidentally get bumped. Let's see. This little metal spring and this retention clip, these both appear to be held in place. Almost looks like a plastic peg that's melted. Maybe they've had some sort of a tool that melts that plastic over that peg. Hard to say how durable that will be long term. I don't see any other issues with the magazine. You can see how this works by just pushing it forward and pulling it down. It'll snap back into place, but you do have to push it forward and fold it down. I think this magazine's kind of a cool design. Obviously, some thought went into this. Uh, the loading of the blades. Now, the loading isn't the most user-friendly method. Um, putting a couple in is pretty easy, but once you get to like number 4, number 5, it gets pretty tight, and you have to be careful when you're pushing those in there. It definitely would be better if these were not so oily, so I'm going to clean that up later. That's about all the talking points I had on this. I'm going to do another video where I'm going to showcase how I'm going to carry this. I don't want to get into that in this particular video. This was more of an unboxing and just kind of a first look video. I think for the $20 I spent on this, if you get one and you don't have to take it apart and take out an extra spring and everything works, I'd say, yeah, this is a good utility knife for $20. If you need to carry multiple different types of blades, this is very convenient. I like the fact that you've got 10 blades in each one of these magazines. Like, I don't need these hook blades, so I'm going to take these out and put standard blades in there. So when I carry this, I'll have 20 blades with me at all times. So that'll work for me. I think it's a good value. I'm happy with the purchase. Anyway, I don't have any other talking points. Pretty much that's going to wrap up this video of the ToughBuilt Reload Utility Knife, 1998. I bought this from Lowe's. I'll put the link to Lowe's in the description of the video. If you want to order it from Lowe's, you can order it and have it delivered to your home, or pick it up in your local store. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. Catch you in the next one. Oh, stay tuned. I'm going to do a review of ToughBuilt utility pouch for this knife. So that's in another video. See ya.